Hi, everyone. I am Sawyer.
And I'm Emma.
And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about embracing the end of life. And before we begin, Emma, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good as well. Good to hear.
Good.
All right. Our question is going to be, what does embracing end of life look like to you?
I think embracing end of life means not hiding from it and pretending like it's not happening because a lot of people compartmentalize it and then just push it to the side. And that actually ends up making the end of life process more difficult
Yeah,
because you're not getting to spend like the valuable time with them at the end and getting to make their end of life as much as like good as possible for them.
agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? Do you have any experiences with embracing the end of life?
Yeah. So I agree with what you said about taking advantage of those like last opportunities that you might have is definitely important. And I can remember there were a couple times, one for my grandmother and then one for my grandfather, where everyone knew it was getting towards the end and went to visit them before they passed. I remember for my grandmother, I went and played a song on my ukulele for her next to her hospital bed. And then actually, I think it was a couple times. And then for my grandfather, before he passed, my family went and visited him as well. So, yeah.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah. So, Emma, I know that you have a senior dog at home and that we're also seniors and that we're going to be heading off to college soon, just here in a few months. So, how does that make you feel when you know you're going to head off to college?
Well, it's definitely a little bit scary because she's pushing 22 years of age, which is pretty old. And you can tell that she's starting to develop dementia and all that. So it's scary thinking that she might not remember me
Yeah.
when I go. But I know that the time before I go is going to be super valuable with her. And even if she doesn't remember it, I'll cherish the time that I spend with her.
How are you going to cherish the time?
Just by making sure I spend as much time as possible with her
Mhm.
and taking her out for
Yeah.
walks when she can and laying with her and just she really likes to just have someone with her at all times.
Hmm.
Makes her feel more comforted and safe. I
Gotcha.
just wanna have her present moments be
Yeah.
good for her.
Nice. Nice.
So, do you have any pets at home that you're leaving when you head off to college?
Yeah. I have a 10-year-old Australian cattle dog. And although he's not all the way to the senior age, he's kind of approaching them. And it's sad to know that. So I have four other siblings with me at home, but I'm the youngest. So when I leave for college, knowing that no one else is going to be able like to give him attention makes me feel a little sad and a little worried. And also that maybe next time I see him and then come back from school, or yeah, next time, like when I go to school, and the next time I come back from college, as he like ages, that he might not be able to do the same stuff that he can now. So I think this summer before college, really embracing like that he's still able to do all these stuff, like go to the dog park, chase a ball, like go on walks, all this stuff. I think will be really important because I'll never know when he will not be able to do that stuff anymore. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Emma. So as we talked about, embracing is an important part in the healing process. And so I was wondering if you had any methods that you've used or that you have to progress with the healing process.
Yeah, so I think a huge part of the healing process is embracing the life not only up to their death, but also after their death. So I know my grandparents and my family, when an animal dies, we create a whole it's a 3-day ceremony where they sit on ice and they're surrounded by, like, crystals and
Oh, yeah.
flowers and teddy bears, and it's just, like, all things that are supposed to comfort them and allow the spirit to pass,
Oh, that's sweet.
to bring them peace,
Mhm.
and I feel like it also brings us peace because it's not they're being taken away from you so quickly, you can actually kind of just like come back and see that they're at peace, and
Yeah,
it kind of eases my mind at least.
that's really nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
So once again, at the end of our episodes, we like to leave you all with a question or challenge that you can ponder about or do on your own time. So Emma, what is our challenge for today's episode?
Today's challenge is to come up with one new method that you can implement into your healing process.
Great question.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Final Mile podcast.
And remember that life isn't about the things that happen to you, it's about how you embrace them. Thank you.
Bye.